Following the shooting in Orlando, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump continue to trade attacks on the campaign trail, hitting each other over their policies on national security, immigration, and gun control.
Both have had very different reactions to the nightclub massacre. Clinton has renewed calls for tighter gun control measures, while Trump has doubled down on the proposed Muslim ban. President Obama weighed in on the political debate over national security. He went after Trump for preying on people's fears and for calling his rhetoric un-American.
We now have proposals from the presumptive Republican nominee for President of the United States to bar all Muslims from emigrating to America. We hear language that singles out immigrants and suggests entire religious communities are complicit in violence. Where does this stop? That's not the America we want. It doesn't reflect our democratic ideals. It won't make us more safe, it will make us less safe, fueling ISIL's notion that the West hates Muslims. It makes Muslim Americans feel like their government is betraying them. It betrays the very values America stands for.
And CBS News senior political editor Steve Chaggaris joins us from Washington. Steve, terrorism, violence, it always weighs into a campaign. What do you expect the impact would be from the tragedy in Orlando?
On the campaign, I don't know. I think what we've seen has just been unbelievable over the last 2 days. First of all, seeing Trump's reaction and Hillary Clinton's reaction and how different and the contrast between their two reactions yesterday. And then today, really how Trump's speech yesterday almost forced President Obama and Hillary Clinton to forcefully react to it in a way where I don't think there's precedent to see a sitting president and a presidential nominee or presumptive nominee from the same party go after the opposition in the way they did today. I mean, Hillary Clinton went after Trump by name, point by point, talking about the Muslim ban, talking about the insistence of Republicans and Trump that they use the term radical Islam, and frankly went on to talk about calling for more gun control. Her and President Obama both really with the same talking points, going after Trump hard. It's almost as if they were provoked by Trump yesterday, who called them weak in a sense. And they came out today forcefully defending themselves and slamming Trump. It was something really to witness.
And so, Steve, what do you think the reaction will be from President Obama's speech just moments ago? The president obviously talking about the inroads that his administration has made in taking out top ISIL leaders. He says they've taken out 120 commanders. I found it interesting that he said the criticism over the use of the term radical Islam still arose by any other name, to paraphrase what the president was saying, and that it would come as a surprise to the men and women in uniform who are fighting this battle every single day, that they didn't know who they were fighting.
Yeah, only time will tell to see what voters and Americans' reactions are going to be to all of this. But I'm really interested to see what it's going to be, because really they're sort of laying two paths here. You have the president and Hillary Clinton basically saying Muslim ban is un-American. Using the term radical Islam doesn't really matter. It's not the terms that you use. It's about getting things done. And both the president and Hillary Clinton pointed to getting Osama bin Laden. Didn't have to do with language. It had to do with actions. And so that's one lane you're seeing. And then you're seeing Trump, on the other hand, basically trying to talk tough and say, no, we need to start using this kind of language. We need to stop Muslims coming into this country and figure out what's going on. And even Paul Ryan, who is critical of the Muslim ban, is siding with Trump and other Republicans on this language issue of using the term radical Islam. Their argument is, yes, we are not going after entire religion. We're going after radical Muslims and radical Islam. And that's the war that we're fighting. And so we need to say those words in order to remind people. So what we're going to be looking for over the next couple of weeks is how Americans are reacting to this. Are they going to be going or gravitating toward the president and Hillary Clinton, people who are trying to speak about their experience in fighting terrorism, to talk about really having the right temperament to dealing with this, or are they going to side with people like Trump, who really is using the idea of strength and tough talk to try to deal with this terrorism issue? That's what we're going to see over the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be fascinating, I think, to see where Americans land on this.
Some people may have been surprised, Steve, that former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, he sat down with the host of Fox and Friends this morning, where he, like Trump, actually called for renewed police monitoring in mosques. Let's take a listen to that.
How stupid is it to pull police officers out of the mosque? I mean, absolutely stupid. There is no minister, there's no rabbi in this city, nor are there some imams that object to having police officers in their congregation. In fact, they want them there. They want them to learn the message. It's enlightening for them. So if you've got nothing going on there but a beautiful religious service,
why not?
Why in his name would you not want to have police officers?
Okay. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, it's the two sides of this coin, right? It's like, so you have the side that Trump and Rudy Giuliani are saying we're not tough enough on terrorism, we're not tough enough in terms of surveillance, in terms of going after these folks, and they're making the argument that strength and toughness is really the answer here, where you have, and basically suggesting again that President Obama and by association Hillary Clinton have been weak on dealing with terrorism. And so it's an argument they're making, and we'll see, again, where this all leads in terms of where Americans are.
Steve, quickly, where Republicans are, I'm interested in that, because again, today you had Paul Ryan saying, I do not think that a Muslim ban is in our country's interest. I do not think it's reflective of our principles, not just as a party, but as a country. And then you've got Senator Bob Corker saying that he admires what Trump is saying. So how is Trump rearranging the playbook just as far as the Republican Party is concerned?
Well, it's interesting. The Muslim ban question is something that, there's a split in the Republican Party on that. You look at polling through the primaries, and actually Republican voters, a majority of Republican voters backed the Muslim ban idea. But people like Paul Ryan have been trying to take a different tack in terms of speaking to Americans and to voters and saying we need to be a little bit more open. We need to bring more people into the Republican tent, and that's not consistent with that. Corker, on the other hand, I think is again playing to where Republican voters are on this issue. The real problem for Trump, and the question that I think we're going to have moving forward, is Americans overall, at least after Trump announced his proposal, didn't seem to like the idea of a Muslim ban. A majority of Americans did not like the idea. We'll see where things are as this debate heats up moving forward. But yes, there is a debate even within the Republican Party on whether the Muslim ban is a good idea or not. But it's something that Trump is doubling down on, and he is not shying away from it. And as you saw, it's provoked Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama at the same time today, mind you, to come after Trump on that issue.
Fascinating. Steve Chaggaris, always great to have your analysis, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks.